Hey folks, it is Snake Tracks Day 9, and I'm out here looking for Utsa'nätï, the timber rattlesnake, and he has done some serious moving. At first I thought his transmitter had possibly died because I couldn't get a signal at all, but it has been almost a week since I last located him. So follow me through the woods here while I try to find this elusive rattlesnake. The area I'm in is very thick and very hard to walk, very hard to see the ground. Luckily, he's a good distance away. I just picked up his signal, so I'm not really worried about stepping on him, but, you know, there are other rattlesnakes in the woods, so I have to be very careful. So follow me as we look for Utsa'nätï, the timber rattlesnake. His signal is so weak I can barely hear it. But he is in this direction somewhere. And as you can see, the forest floor here is fairly lightly covered with huckleberries, blueberries, and such. So it's fairly easy to see the ground, but some areas in here it's really thick. An old fence marking the edge of the property, and a trail, which makes going a whole lot easier. So this trail will help me navigate a whole lot easier. Won't be as worried about stepping on him. Well, I'm gonna have to leave the trail now and head down into the forest. Seems that he's moved way down the steep side of the mountain. It's really tough going down in here. This signal is so weak I lost it again, but I know he's in this direction, so I'll just keep trudging on. And hope I don't step in a nest of yellow jackets. Oh, found an interesting little rock outcropping here. Still don't have a really strong signal, but this would be a place other rattlers might like to take shelter, as well as other animals such as many different species of salamanders. Lots of rock tripe lichen growing on here. Very healthy colony. Finally starting to get a little bit stronger signal. The forest is very wet because we had the remnants of Tropical Storm Lee pass through the area within the last week, and it was very welcome in the amount of rain that it dropped. But the cool temperatures have slowed the reptiles down considerably. Except for Utsa'nätï here, who's moved a very long distance. The real problem, I think, with going this deep into the forest is having to get back out. Oh, man. Hey, look, a bridge. Nice. I can get up above everything and listen. The dead tree points the way to the snake. Hopefully I can balance on here without falling off. Getting a much stronger signal now. And it's still incredibly thick. All right, getting close. One really nice thing about the forest being so thick is it protects animals such as this timber rattlesnake from human interlopers such as myself, even if I'm doing good. But it also protects the snake from people doing bad things such as poaching them and turning them into boots, bags, and belts, which is, in my opinion, wrong. And it's possible that one of the reasons the snake has moved so far is that, well, it's still rattlesnake mating season, and maybe he's on the trail of a potential mate. So that would mean that I would need to be extra careful, because there might be 2 rattlesnakes at the end of my little trek here in the forest. Over near the large tree. Maybe. Wow. Very, very close. He is really close now. I feel like I'm practically standing right on top of him. Just need to start scanning in the blueberries here. There he is. I walked right up to within 3 feet of Utsa'nätï, and he did not rattle. Now he is pulled back in a little bit of a strike position there, but I think I would have to get within a foot of him before he would defend himself. And then he may not even defend himself. He may just flatten out against the ground and remain totally motionless like he's doing now. Because that's their first tactic, is to remain totally motionless, quiet, and hopefully the danger will pass. And that's what I am to him. Nothing more than danger. To that rattlesnake, I'm a predator. He doesn't know who I am, what I am. All he knows is that I am dangerous. Well, potentially dangerous. And if the track record between humans and rattlesnakes is anything to shake a stick at, well, definitely humans are dangerous to this animal. Much more dangerous to the rattlesnake than they are to us. But I am not going to harm this snake. All I'm going to do is collect some data and then leave. What a beautiful animal. Look at him just coiled there, sitting under the huckleberries in this little clearing in the forest, hoping to catch a little bit of sun after all these several days of rain and cool weather. But boy, did he do some moving. Why he came this far, I don't know. Only time will tell. Well, let me get that data and get out of here, so I won't disturb him anymore. Would you have seen him if you had been walking by? I am way down in the forest. Way down in the forest. If I was to be bitten by a rattlesnake this far away from anything, it would be bad. Need to be very careful. Well, now Utsa'nätï has traveled over 1/10 of a mile in a week. That's a pretty good distance for a small rattlesnake who's recently had transmitter implantation surgery. So I would say he's healed, and he's doing very well, just based on the amount of moving he's been doing. Well, I've collected my data, and I'm getting ready to leave. So I'll give you this one last look at this beautiful animal, who's doing nothing more than trying to survive here on the side of this beautiful mountain. You can really see his heat-sensing pits in really good detail. Look at that. That little pit just below his nostril and his eye. He uses those pits to sense the heat given off by his prey animals, such as mice and chipmunks and such. Even in total darkness, he can see the heat given off by his prey, and he will know where to strike. What a beautiful animal. Alright, well, we're going to leave you alone and come back in a few days and see where you've moved to. Now let's get off this mountainside. Let's try anyway. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh wow, this is really thick. It's what the locals call a laurel hill. And yeah, it lives up to that. You know, I make these videos so that you can experience what I experience, at least, you know, to some degree. And hopefully through these videos you will be learning a little bit about this wonderful animal, the timber rattlesnake. And hopefully you'll see that it is not the dangerous creature of television and movies and of stories that many people have been telling and hearing for hundreds of years. This animal deserves to be left alone in the wild to live out its life and do what it is here to do, and that is eat rodents. And who knows what else. We really don't know what all of these creatures do besides what we can see and note with our little studies like the one I'm doing now. They're all part of a much larger picture, a much bigger grand scheme of things that is at work here in the forest. And we can't say that it is our prerogative to be able to come out here and kill a snake and make boots, bags, and belts out of it just because it's here and just because we can. My belief is that that is wrong. These animals may have a weapon, but that doesn't mean we should kill them. Now, I suppose it's different if you know, are at your home and you have a snake in your kitchen or your bathroom or your backyard crawling around where you have small children. That's different. And here in North Carolina, the law says if a snake is in that situation that, yes, you can defend yourself. But, you know, use common sense. A snake you find out on a trail in the middle of the forest is not in any way threatening your life. So leave it be. Let it live. Just stay a good distance away from it and take pictures, video, so you can take that experience home and share it with the ones you love. Because that is an incredible experience for you to be able to come in contact, well, visual contact, with a wild rattlesnake. I can talk about this all day, and it's obvious to you, I'm sure, that I really respect these creatures, and I believe that they need to be protected. So please, hopefully I've taught you something about these wonderful creatures, and take it with you. Teach people, because that's the only way attitudes are going to change. If people hear that snakes are bad and evil and scary and hurt you, that will make people hate rattlesnakes and other snakes. If you teach people that snakes are good and helpful and beautiful, then how do you think that will change the outlook of others. All it takes is one person to start a wave of positivity instead of negativity. That's the one thing this world needs more of, is positivity. So, boy, like I said, I could talk about this all day. I need to get out of these woods and get me some food. It's lunchtime. So let's do it. If I can get myself unsnagged from the trees. If I can get out of this laurel thicket.
This is not